from least to most controversial. This is every level of Lara Croft. Explained.
Level 1. Young Adventurer.
The first level of Lara Croft is Lara before she became the dual pistols wielding icon we all know and love, because just like the rest of us, Lara was just a child once. Perhaps more of a daredevil than most of us were, but a child nonetheless. And even back then she had a knack for getting herself into serious trouble. Like when she snuck off to the cursed Black Isle unbeknownst to her caretakers to take on frightening mythical creatures with her gratitude. Depending on the timeline, there are different origin stories for Lara. In the classic timeline, Lara's parents sent her to Cambodia with hardened adventurer Werner von Croy when she was 16 years old to try and temper her unusually adventurous spirit. This was where she acquired many of the survival skills and secrets of the trade that made her grow into the Lara we know. In the Legend Anniversary Underworld timeline, however, a just 9 years old Lara survived a plane crash in the Himalayas and was forced to become a survivor. Finally, in the actual Survivor timeline, it was the brutal hardships a young adult Lara endured on the island of Yamatai that shaped her into what she would become: a Tomb Raider.
Level 2. Tomb Raider.
I think we can all agree that being a Tomb Raider is a pretty controversial occupation.
I'm sorry, I only play for sport.
Or hobby, or whatever. It's unethical and illegal, so Lara is a criminal, but how can you fault her for living her dream? She absolutely loves raiding tombs. Lara was born into wealth, but rejected the life of comfort that was pre-planned for her in favor of a life of danger and adventure. Well, as usual, it depends on the timeline. In the newer timelines, Lara's motivations are always linked to uncovering the truth about her parents and stuff, whereas her sole motivation in the original timeline is the thrill. Lara is always on the lookout for new artifacts to put in her trophy room, and she usually gets exactly what she wants because she's determined, strong, smart, alert, dangerous, fearless, feared, athletic, and just cool as fuck. And funny too.
Is well for you. Me fasting this day. You make plenty good flesh pot.
You forget. I might be quite hungry myself. Famished, actually.
She's also surprisingly clumsy though, and at times she's downright reckless. You can't steal an artifact without breaking a few, tombs, I suppose. Lara is a means to an end kinda gal, and that means that she sometimes lets her vision get clouded by greed. She means well though. When she raided the tomb of Set and inadvertently unleashed the god of chaos on the world, she was also the one who sacrificed herself to make things right again. It's not like Lara doesn't know what she's doing, but I think it's safe to say that she doesn't always do her homework.
Level 3. Sex Symbol.
The fact that Lara is a Tomb Raider is not what makes her a unique character, because characters like Indiana Jones and Nathan Drake are too. It's the fact that she's a woman in what was a sea of male video game protagonists, and Lara changed that. Oh, and nothing against Dr. Jones and Mr. Drake, they are both mighty handsome fellas, but Lara is a bona fide 10. Lara's beauty was what made her catch the attention of mainstream media like no other video game character had before, and she basically became the world's first ever virtual sex symbol, which was pretty controversial at the time. With Lara's beauty being such an attraction for the Tomb Raider games, it was inevitable that it would lead to exploitation. 2 words: Nude Raider. Back in the 90s, rumors of a controversial cheat code that would strip Lara naked if entered correctly spread like wildfire in schoolyards all over the globe. The publisher of the Tomb Raider games did very little to downplay this code's existence because, you know, sex sells, and they had a sequel to sell. Leave it to boys and men of all ages to salivate at the prospect of undressing a female in a video game and watch these bazungas in their full naked glory. And when Tomb Raider 2 released, there was a code alright, but...
Level 4, butler abuser.
There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness, and when you are as badass and hot as Lara frickin' Croft, it's no wonder why she's often been on the wrong side of that line. Let's just say that words like humility.
Move along, ma chère. You make the place look crowded.
I wouldn't worry. We're not in the same class.
And affability
You unsavory little runt.
don't exactly fit Lara.
You're gonna shoot me?
Now there's an idea worth paying for.
Generally speaking, there is not a huge difference between how Lara treats the tombs she raids and the humans she meets. One thing is how she treats her adversaries, that's understandable enough. Another thing is how she treats her allies.
Don't worry, Lara. I've still got an eye on you. Probably won't be able to hear each other too well when you're underwater, though.
There is a god.
Hey, I heard that.
Nobody is subjected to Lara's ice-cold brand of tough love more than her tirelessly tea-serving butler, Winston, who she infamously traps inside her walk-in freezer whenever she feels like it. That is, when she doesn't force him to dress up like a live shooting target, of course. Thankfully, Winston is still alive in Tomb Raider Chronicles after Lara is presumed dead, so I suppose that's evidence that she never goes too far.
Miss Croft did enjoy her little games.
It's not like Lara never shows affection for her friends, though. Jonah! And on some occasions, she even shows compassion for strangers. In Tomb Raider 2, for example, she showed great care for Brother Chan after he had been beaten up by thugs, but she also threw her boot at him, so you know.
From this moment, your every breath is a gift from me.
Level 5, mass murderer.
Lara's body count is astronomical. We are talking the amount of people she's offed, by the way. In fact, Lara has ended the lives of so many people on her adventures that she puts the combined body count of horror movie icons Leatherface, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger to shame. I'm not sure if I should be horrified or impressed. In Lara's defense though, it's a dog-eat-dog world. It's kill or be killed. Lara's first ever human kill has been depicted twice in 2 different timelines, and both times the event is presented as a traumatic experience for her. She also appeared to get over it pretty fast though.
Go to hell.
And it sure seemed like she kinda enjoyed it upon reflection. For the most part, Lara acts in self-defense, and the people that get in her crosshairs are usually human scum, like that no-good piece of— Ah, damn it!
No.
The world is probably better off without all these vile crooks and deranged cultists and merciless mercenaries, but then one could of course turn that statement on its head and ask, wouldn't the world be better off without a mass murderer like Lara Croft too?
Level 6, one woman extinction event.
I don't think anyone would ever call Lara an animal friend.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. Let me put it this way, the amount of exotic animal carcasses left in her trail wherever she goes has made a lot of tiny-dicked big game hunters really jealous over the years. Technically, when Lara fights animals, she's doing so because she's protecting herself, but not really when you consider the fact that she intrudes on their territory, not the other way around. All these animals just want to be left alone in their ever-shrinking natural habitat, yet here comes Lara Croft, the least vegan person in the world, to empty thousands of bullets into wildlife like lions, gorillas, and tigers. Lara's faunal victims are some of the most critically endangered species on the planet. She shot so many snow leopards in Tomb Raider 2 that it must have had serious implications on the gene pool for future generations in the area. They'll be slow leopards, if you know what I mean. Not to mention that she, stamped out Bigfoot, caused the extinction of Yetis, and what I presume was the world's only kraken, and the re-extinction of dinosaurs. How about bringing a tranquilizer gun, you maniac?
Level 7, absolute psycho.
Sometimes it's hard to defend or justify Lara's actions, but level 7 here is the times it's downright impossible to defend or justify her actions. This is Lara Croft at her most unhinged, like when she invaded a remote tropical island and eradicated its population. Or when she broke into a museum at night and laid waste to every single guard. Or when she infiltrated Area 51 and slaughtered US military personnel. This is the version of Lara who justified launching a rocket just so she could gain access to a letter that she wasn't even sure would be of any use to her. This rocket could potentially have wiped out thousands of civilians or started a war, but damn it, Lara needed to climb that ladder for reasons. She also shot the helicopter pilot that came to pick her up in Antarctica, just for laughs it seems. Geez, Lara's reputation really took a hit in Tomb Raider 3, but it's not like she has been much more well-behaved in other games in the series.
Boom!
In Tomb Raider Chronicles, for example, she repaid Pierre for saving her life by cold-heartedly not saving his.
Anyway, busy girl, got to go.
But I...
Not to forget that she rejected a non-lethal approach to take out a cook, instead opting to cave in his skull. And how about in The Angel of Darkness, where her response to being wrongfully accused of murder was to commit a lot of murder? Lara, I love you, but...
Don't you think you've seen enough?